Hey everyone, welcome to The Explainer. It's wild, but did you know poor communication and bad data actually account for nearly half of all construction rework costs? Yeah, half. So if you're looking to really master the art of construction site management, you've landed in exactly the right spot. Today, we're taking what might honestly seem like super dry administrative paperwork and transforming it into a highly effective workflow. We are going to decode the exact language that keeps multi-million-dollar projects moving forward without a hitch. Let's just dive right in. All right, picture this. You're walking a bustling site, boots on the ground, and right in the middle of your inspection, you spot it, a missing rebar. It's a completely everyday site dilemma, but here's the real challenge. When you pull out your tablet to document it, what exactly do you write down? Do you mark it open? Is it pending? Do you just flag the whole thing as a deficiency? Or is it awaiting consultant review? Look, a lot of QC inspectors get tripped up right here at this exact moment, but making the wrong choice can literally stall progress, while the right choice, that acts as a catalyst to get things fixed fast. Okay, let's jump right into section 1, why QC status matters. Because trust me, it is way more than just writing deficiency. This whole process is about so much more than just slapping a label on a piece of work and walking away. What we write down directly dictates how efficiently the entire site operates. Think of a precise QC status as the nervous system of your project. An accurate status lets you track deficiencies so nothing gets buried under the daily chaos of construction. It shows accountability, like who is actually on the hook for the next step. It absolutely prevents critical items from slipping through the cracks. And beyond that, it dramatically improves communication and builds a real-time history of the project. Ultimately, getting the status right means seamless coordination between consultants and contractors. It keeps everyone pulling in the same direction. Now, let's look at the difference between just spotting a problem and actually driving a solution. Writing a note that simply says, missing bar? Well, that's a bad note. It's vague, it's a dead end, and it leaves everyone scratching their heads. But what if you set the status to pending installation and add a comment like, required bars ordered, installation pending material delivery? Totally different ballgame. Notice the shift there? The better note doesn't point fingers, it gives a roadmap. It tells the project manager exactly what the holdup is and exactly what's happening next. Moving on to section 2, let's define these core QC statuses and break down the action lifecycle. We're going to unpack your essential toolkit of statuses, and the lifecycle always kicks off right here, with open. This has a super specific meaning. You've identified an issue, but absolutely no corrective action has started yet. So if you spot missing vertical bars beside an opening on your morning walkthrough and you log it, it's open. It's basically the equivalent of raising your hand in a crowded room. You've spotted a problem, sure, but nobody is actively fixing it yet. Next up is pending. Now, this means the issue isn't just sitting around being ignored anymore. It's been acknowledged. The ball is actually rolling, but we're just waiting for a future action to happen. A classic example is when material is ordered and you're just waiting on the delivery truck, or maybe the fix is planned, but you're waiting for a crew to free up. The problem is caught, the solution is in motion, we're just in a bit of a holding pattern. And here's where things get good. We shift from planning to actual physical sweat equity. In progress means the corrective action has officially kicked off. There are boots on the ground, tools in hands, work is happening right now. Like if a tie alignment needs adjusting and you physically see someone out there wrenching on that rebar, yep, your status is in progress. Once the crew packs up their tools, we hit completed. This means one thing, the physical work is done. The contractor did their part. Those missing vertical bars we talked about earlier, they're in. But hold your horses, because as an inspector, your job isn't quite finished yet. And that brings us to closed. I really cannot overstate how important this distinction is. Completed just means the contractor finished the work, but closed means the issue was corrected and verified by you, the inspector. The loop is only officially closed when you have laid your own eyes on the completed work, checked it against the specs, and confirmed for a fact that it's fixed. Golden rule here, never, ever close an item you haven't personally verified. Okay, so we've got a handle on the physical action lifecycle out on the site. But what if the holdup isn't out there? What if we're waiting on the consultants or engineers? Let's pivot from the active field fixes to the administrative waiting game, which, as we all know, can definitely test your patience and requires its own specific tags. These are the statuses you use when the ball is squarely in the engineering court. They keep everyone aware of exactly whose desk the paperwork is stuck on. Under review means the item is being actively evaluated internally, maybe a drawing discrepancy. Awaiting consultant review means info, like a water stop detail, was submitted, and the consultant needs to look at it. Now, awaiting consultant confirmation is a little different. It means the review is mostly done, but you're just waiting on that official nod of approval. And finally, pending RFI response is super specific. It means a formal request for information went out, but you're still waiting for an answer. We also have a few situational edge cases to keep in your back pocket. No action required, or NAR, just means the item was reviewed and it's perfectly fine as is. Field verification required means someone literally needs to go out and measure something on site right now. Accepted as is a big one. That means an engineer looked at an existing condition that didn't meet spec, ran the numbers, and officially accepted it without needing a fix. And lastly, monitor. Sometimes things are slightly congested. It doesn't need an active fix. You just need to keep a really close eye on it during the next concrete pour.
All right, let's bring it all together in Section 3, Practical Site Scenarios. Time to put this into practice.
The whole point of this explainer is how you actually apply this stuff in the real world. Say you're doing an inspection and the required bars are completely unavailable. If you just log a vague deficiency, you're going to set off alarm bells for no reason and invite a ton of confusion. But if you use our new toolkit, you tag it pending installation and drop a comment saying required rebars ordered, installation pending delivery to site. See the difference? Instantly, the panic is gone. The project manager knows there isn't a massive structural failure going on. There's literally just a delivery truck on the way. Which brings us to the ultimate takeaway, the inspector's golden rule, the 5-question checklist.
This is a mental framework that honestly guarantees you'll never pick the wrong status again. Commit these 5 questions to memory and run through them sequentially on site. 1. Has the issue been identified? If yes, it's at least open. 2. Is physical action happening right now? If yes, in progress. 3. Are we just waiting on materials? Pending. 4. Does a consultant need to look at it? Use your consultant review tags. And 5. Is the correction complete and, most importantly, verified by you? Only then is it closed. Give an honest answer to these 5 questions, and the correct status practically chooses itself.
We're going to wrap up today with a pretty powerful thought. Good QC is not just finding problems. Honestly, anyone can walk around a site and point at broken stuff. That's the easy part. Good QC means documenting those problems clearly, assigning the right status, and ensuring the follow-up actually happens. The real pros are the ones communicating solutions. So tomorrow morning, when you lace up your boots and walk onto that site, I want you to ask yourself, are you just adding noise to the project, or are you the catalyst driving it to completion?